Hello everyone, Vinay Yadav here, and again I am going to talk about my strategy to score 55 marks in FM Eco. Yes, for this subject, FM Eco is nothing but financial management and economic for finance. Yes, economic for finance, EFF I would say, economic for finance. So there are two things: 60-40 marks is their proportion of paper, and I took coaching for this subject from a renowned faculty named Aditya Jain sir, and with that I would like to share my strategy to how I scored 55 marks in this particular subject. So let's get started with the strategy. First of all, I completed my FM syllabus, and I was from the beginning only I was very excited to explore this content, like explore this subject, and whatever the content it has, like the financial things. I'm very finance. I would like to say that I'm a kind of a finance enthusiast. I like to explore these things, and with that mindset only, I took the coaching that I have to explore the things from the experienced person, and in deep I have to go. And Aditya Jain sir was remarkable in that, because he used to teach us in very depth, and he used to tell us what is the reason behind of this formula and this concept. So I was very much contented with his teachings, and I completed my FM. And but what happened is that for economics of finance I was kind of a backlog was created for me. So in very lesser time I completed my FMECO classes with 1.5, or you can say 2x speed. At 2x speed I completed at 2x speed. Usually I used to watch at 2x speeds for economic of finance, and for other subjects I used to watch 1.5, or if the faculty is fast only, then at 1.25 at least. I usually never watched any video or any lectures on YouTube at 1x, like on the normal speed. I used to watch at 1.25, 1.5, 1.75 sometime, or 2x at the in the extreme case. So in this way I completed my economic for finance also. And after completing that, what I did is that I went through from actually I would frankly speaking, I was not able to cover RTP, MTP and PYQPs, because in this case, in this subject, because I thought that all the questions were actually covered by the faculty only in the classes, so I thought that there is no need. But then too I gave a try, I solved one or two RTP, but after that I thought that I'm lacking a time over here, I will not be able to solve the RTP, MTP. So I just solved all the module questions. And in module also there are some of the chapters for not EIS, for FM Eco, that for FM there are some chapters which are easy in nature. They are easy in nature, but they were tough for me in the examination. That I'll reveal the story in further section of this video. So leverage is the easiest chapter, and ratio is also kind of easiest if you have a good analytical skill, that how the ratio can be calculated with the half data or missing data. And other is saying there are a little tough chapter also, which is considered by the students or me also, like capital budgeting I would say, because it requires a kind of a logical interpretation of that practical application as well. So, and economics of finance, it is very thick book I would say. I think it is the thickest book in the CA intermediate, with 40 marks. In comparison of the marks it comprises in the paper, so for 40 marks book is such thick that it will be considered as 100 marks, then too it will be considered as a more only. So it is a thickest books, you need not to cover everything. I just covered main things, like main points which used to be which seem to be which seems mean that it can come, so I consider those only. I didn't studied whole things from the book for the economic for finance. So after completing my classes I gave two test series only for the FMM Eco and FM Eco, and one was a unit test and another was a full syllabus test series, and I ended up scoring less than 60 marks only in both the test series. And with that, after giving my test series, how I prepared for in 1.5 days is that I revised all the formulas. I made actually I have made yes, I have made the list of the formulas for costing and FM Eco as well, for both of them. So I used to revise them in the last 2 months. So I revised the formulas and in 1.5 days, and I've seen the different kind of question, like which are having different nature of solving with some special adjustment or something. And I would like to say on the exam then what happened is that uh, I thought that it would be a easy paper, as it was the last day. I was little less serious. I was like, it will be okay, and as I am having a conceptual clarity, so I will be able to solve. But what happened is that after the first question, the mandatory question, or question number one, with 20 marks, what happened in that is that I completed all the four questions, like 5 marks for each. So it was a cakewalk for me. But later on, when I went for the second question, question number two, the question was from the chapter leverage, and it is considered to be the easiest chapter because you need to know the formula, and you need to have a little analytical skill when it comes to the missing figure, or the question is little tricky when it is. So the question was tricky, and I ended up wasting time on that question. I was not able to crack the question, like how I'll calculate the BEP was there or something else was there, how I will calculate. Then I left that question, and I went for the capital budgeting question. The two capital budgeting questions were there, I guess. One NPV was there, and another was something. So it took so much time, like it was very lengthy, it was very tricky, I would say. I don't know how much marks I got in that, in those two questions. 10 marks questions were there from capital budgeting. I attempted those both, and next third question needs to be done by me of 10 marks, which was, I guess, around from any of the chapter, which I studied well, but I ended up doing silly. I was not able to crack only that what question is asking to me. So I was not able to crack. So I attended 20 marks first in question number one, and other 20 marks for which there was no guarantee by me that I will fetch any marks for this 20 marks or not, because it was from capital budgeting, and I was just solving those questions with whatever the conceptual quality I had. So I was like, what happened with this paper? I had aimed for this subject to score at least 90 marks. So after seeing the paper, I was like, okay, passing marks will be enough for this paper, because this time paper is not in my favor, and I'm not able to crack. So I went for the savior economic for finance, and in economic for finance, the paper was again, I would say this time the FM Eco paper was little application based. Like if you have a deep conceptual clarity, then you can score well marks. Otherwise, you will end up doing the mess. So in economic for finance also, it was kind of a lengthy paper, and it comprised various application based question. Like I have never seen those question in the previous attempts. So I was like, okay, whatever has came, I have to just attend with whatever the knowledge I have, whatever the general knowledge I have for that particular subject. So I attended that paper also, economic for finance, and I came home. Like I thought that I would be very happy with that, but it ended up like people, not me only, many people were like, how was the paper? It is somewhat similar like tax only. So, and in this whole journey of CA intermediate, both groups, the tax, audit, and FMECO, these three papers were like, oh my god, I just wanted dot 40. Even after getting dot 40, there will be no complaint from my side that why ICI given only dot 40. It was that kind of situation for me in these three subjects at least. And other two subjects or three subjects, I would say that was very easy for me. Like accounting was easy, costing was easy, advanced account was easy. So I was like, in this I have confidence, in these three subjects I have confidence. But in this another tax, audit, and FMECO, if I'll get dot 40, then also I am contented, I will be happy, and I'll have no complaint to the ICI that why I got 40 marks only. So that was the story about FMECO, that how it happened, and I have interconnected with all the another horrible subject for examination, at least, that how it went. So with that, at last I would like to say that in this way I have completed my FM Eco, and I would say one thing, that whether you take coaching or you do not take coaching, what you have to consider is that you need to do the self study, because after taking coaching also, you are not 100% insured, uh, INSURED, insured that you will pass. Okay, because unless you will do the self study, now you cannot crack this exam. What I feel is that, because even the faculties also say that you have they will teach you, but from your end you need to do the self study. You need to have that mindset of solving the question. You need to have that conceptual clarity to solve the question. Their work is to teach you, and they will teach you, but what most matter is that your hard work, your dedication, and your practice, what you have did. So with that, I would like to say that be a game changer in your life. Whatever you have, whatever the resources you have, in what situation you are in, whatever the condition you are facing, just give your 100% with that, and believe in yourself that you can do it. Because believing in yourself is to be done by you only, because no one else is going to believe in you that you can do it, but you have to believe in yourself and give your 100%, and with full effort you have to try to achieve your targets, and not immediately but definitely you will get your target. And with that note, I'm signing off. So if you guys have any queries about any subjects of the CA intermediate examination, that how I from where I saw the classes, from where I got the videos, free resources, and what was my revision technique, or how much time I set in the um, uh, CA intermediate for studying, I would say I used to sit for 10 to 12 hours, and I tried to sit 10 to 12 hours, but I ended up for studying 7 to 8 hours with productivity. And in last 2 months I was very serious. I used to sit for 10 to 12 hours, and I used to get the output, the productivity output for 10 to 11 hours at least. So with that, I am telling you that if you have any queries, then you can connect me also on social platform, for which the link is given in the about section of this channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you again in the next video.